Hello guys, welcome to our class of number 9, and in this class we are going to make our enemies disappear when we shoot at it. Actually, we're going to make the damage system for the enemies. So what we have right now, it's basically we can shoot, they are going to follow us right here, and then right here I can pick this ammo. It's in the air. Let's fix that also. So basically what I'm going to do right now, it's basically I'm going to hit them, and when I hit them I want them to disappear. So right now when I hit them, basically they're going to go away forever, and that's not what I want. I want if I hit them so they disappear. Okay, so first of all, one thing that I want to do is right here in this ammo box. Let me take a look on here. So you see this ammo box right here. What I'm going to do in the ammo box is just I'm going to use gravity. So I'm gonna allow gravity, so it's not gonna float anywhere. It's gonna be in the ground. So you see right here in the ground. One thing that we can do if it's just not appearing enough, one thing that we can do, it's basically we can make it look bigger like this. So in the ground we can always go here, pick some ammo, and then shoot at the bad guys. Okay. All right. Okay, so you can see that sometimes it doesn't affect. Okay, so yeah, basically that's what we are going to be doing. Today we're going to make our damage system. So first of all, before we actually start, one thing that we need to do is we need to go to the prefab. So basically I'm going to delete the ghosts that we have right here. I'm just gonna leave one in the scene, so that one. And I'm going to open the prefab of the enemy. So prefab, ghost, double click on it. And one thing that I need to do is add a different box collider. All right, so sometimes you won't be having the box collider right here. Then here, what we need actually is to create a new box collider. Right now, if we play the game, you will see that it kind of takes the hit. You know, it's kind of strange when it takes the hit. That happens because the nav mesh agent that exists inside of the ghost actually have some kind of a box collider, but it does not work the same way that we want. So basically what we are going to be doing right here is add an extra box collider, all right, in the ghost, and then with that box collider we are going to check if it hits or not based on a tag. Okay, so first of all, let's go to ghost, add component. Let's write right here box collider. You can also add other kinds of collider. If you take a look right here, we have box collider, capsule collider, and then sphere collider. Just don't put 2D colliders. We're going to need them to be 3D because all the effects and physics right here rounds around this 3D concept, so they need to be 3D. I'm gonna put on box collider because I think that fits okay. One thing that you need to do here in the box collider, this green box that you're watching right here, it's not the box collider that we just add. This is the nav mesh agent. Just to make sure, you can click right here in this, and you can see that the box collider is right here. So one thing that we're gonna need to do is make the box collider bigger. All right, and then we're going to just to make kind of fits our ghost. So when the gun hits the ghost, when the bullet hits the ghost, is actually kind of have the same as the nav mesh. All right, so it can be about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger, just to make sure that it gets the box collider and not the nav mesh. I guess that's okay. Another thing that we need to do is to add a new tag. So right now our ghost is tagged untagged, but we're going to need to add a new tag to it. Actually, not in the ghost itself. We're gonna need to add a new tag on the bullet. Okay, so ghost can be untagged right now. No, don't need to put any other tag right here. So if we go back and we play the game, you're going to see that it kinda already does a better job of hitting. At least it should, but sometimes it just glitches a little bit. But it will receive the collision, that's the important part. Alright, so as I said before, we need to go to bullet, on the prefab of the bullet, right here, and we're going to need to add a new tag to the system, a tag called bullet. And then this bullet will be tagged bullet, alright? So we're going to tag, add tag, and then in the tag, we're gonna add a new tag and we're gonna call bullet. Just keep in mind that remember how you wrote it, because it's going to be different, like a capital B with a lowercase b for our game. So you need to be careful with that, alright? You gotta be exactly the same when we write the script. Okay, so once we add the tag, you can go to the bullet right here and then go to tag and click bullet. Okay, so right now our bullet is tagged bullet, and it's going to be easy for us to create a script in which the ghost recognizes if the collision is coming from a bullet. Almost the same way as we did with the trigger, but right now it's with collision. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, go to scripts, and then inside of scripts, I'm going to add a new script, and then the script is going to be called Ghost Manager. And that script actually is going to handle the collision and what is going to happen if the monster is being killed by the player. Alright, so basically right here, I'm going to create a new script, C# script, and as I said before, the name is going to be Ghost Manager. Ghost Manager. Okay, double click on it. It's going to open. 1 second. Alright, so that's the script that we have. This one. So basically, I'm gonna write a new function and it's gonna be very, very simple. It's just going to recognize if something that is hitting the ghost is tagged with bullet, and if it is tagged with bullet, we are going to destroy the ghost. So basically it's going to disappear. So the function for that is onBoxEnter, onCollisionEnter actually. So it is void onCollisionEnter, and then inside of here I'm just gonna type again just to make sure that you see what is going to show. It's collision right here. Be careful not to select collision 2D. Sometimes you don't have these gassets from the software, but anyway, it's just collision. And then we can call it cool. Doesn't need to be collision. Open key brackets. Alright, so that's the function that we're going to have. And basically this script is going to be inside of the ghost. So this cool right here, this cool from collision, it's the other body that is hitting the ghost. So that one can be the bullet, can be the terrain, can be the player, can be pretty much any kind of object that have a box collider attached to it. So that's how physics inside of Unity works. It gets the collision from any kind of box collider or sphere collider or any kind of 3D collider that exists. So we need to see if it actually is getting the collision from the bullet, because right now what we have, if we play the game, it's going to get the collision from the terrain and it's going to disappear completely even before we shoot at it. So that's something that we need to be careful. I'm going to make an if inside of this function just to see if that game object right here, right there, cool, have the tag bullet, because that's the tag that we need to use in order to recognize if that's the bullet hitting or not the ghost. And if it is, it's going to destroy the ghost. If it's not, then basically just going to ignore the collision. It's not going to do anything to it. Right? So inside of it, I'm going to write if cool, so that's the collision dot game object. So the game object from the collision tag, the tag from the game object from the collision is equal to bullet. And that's the part that it needs to be exactly equal from the way that you create it. So if you put like a capital B, it gotta be a capital B. If it's you put a lowercase b, it gotta be a lowercase b. So just be careful. It needs to be exactly equal in that part. So I'm gonna open if right here. Okay, so if it is bullet, if the collision is bullet, what I'm going to do is just basically I'm going to destroy this game object. All right, so yeah, pretty simple. Later we can do more things to it. We can add some kind of score system, something like this. We can do it further. Maybe we can do it on next class. So we're going to continue to write in this script. I'm going to save it right here. And basically just to test, what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach this component to the ghost. So add component, we can do always in two different ways. We can write right here, ghost manager. So yeah, that's it. If we play the game right now, what we will have is this. So we have the monster. If we shoot at it, it disappears. All right, so if we have more than one ghost, let's say that we have a bunch of ghosts, that's what we're going to be having in our game, right? We're going to have a bunch of different ghosts right here. Let's say something like this. So they're going to be after me all at the same time, and then I can shoot at them. Oh, you see? One bullet, two ghosts. That was score right there. All right, so yeah, that's how we make them disappear. Right now, they don't have any kind of celebration or any kind of reward from killing them, but that's what we're going to be working next. We're going to make a score system for the game and then update the game with the amount of bullets that we shoot, the amount of kills that we have per ghost. All right, so thank you guys very much for this class. I'm seeing you on the next class where we are going to implement the score system attached to that killing of ghosting. All right, thank you guys very much. See you